Now here's the solo. Right back to the verse. Hey everyone, this is Brian from ActiveMelody.com. I did want to just say thank you to Russell. Russell was he's an Active Melody site member. I think he said he was in his 80s and he lives in somewhere in North Carolina. And so anyway, Russell, thank you for the for introducing me to the Dixie Hummingbirds, and to Howard Carroll, the guitar player, because I was really blown away by his work as I started studying him. And so anyway, if you're watching this video on YouTube, make sure you click on the link below in the description below, or on the screen right now if you're not on a mobile device. But that'll take you to the blog post for this, and you can see I've got also on that page a little write-up of who the Dixie Hummingbirds were, but I've got the original video recording of them playing this song, If You See My Savior. And so you got to check out Howard's work, his guitar work on that. It's pretty awesome. He's the only musician in the band, so it's a group of vocalists, and then you have the one guitar player, so he had to carry a lot of weight. So some of you that play, solo, you can appreciate what this guy has to do. But anyway, let's break down this lesson. I'll show you how to play all the chords, and we'll get through all the technicalities of it. So let's get started. Alright, so one of the things you may have noticed if you watched their recording is that when they play it, Howard Carroll's playing it in the key of F, or he's playing an F chord, rather, I should say. But when I'm in standard tuning, and when I play it, I'm playing an F sharp. So I don't know if he was in E sharp tuning, which wouldn't make sense, or if it's just the result of the recording being a little off. Sometimes that happens in pitch if it's an older video. But anyway, we're going to be playing this in F sharp, and it'll actually match what they're doing. So if you play, you can play along with it. But anyway, just wanted to mention that at the beginning. Okay, so the way that this thing starts is with this little intro part that goes like this, which is a nice little, it's kind of a little tag of the chorus. And if you listen to Dixie Hummingbirds recordings, if you go on Spotify, for example, I've got a couple links on the blog post to some of their recordings, some of their albums. You can see that you hear that he starts a lot of albums, or a lot of songs that way, with a little tag of what the chorus is. So let's start with this first thing. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a D shape. So if you know how to make a D shape down in first position, which I'm assuming you do by now, it's that same shape, but we're going to make it up here, and that becomes an F sharp. So your middle finger and your pointer finger go down on the 6th fret. You can see how they're straddling strings 1 and 3, and then my ring finger goes down on the 7th fret, 2nd string, and you play those top 3 strings to make an F sharp chord up here. So that's the first chord. Then we're going to make a B chord, and we're going to make it like this. Now really what we're doing is we're just taking the top 3 notes out of the B bar chord, B major bar chord. But I'm just going to bar the first 2 strings here on the 7th fret, and then I'm going to push down on the 8th fret 3rd string with my middle finger and play that. So now we have these 2 chords. Now I'm just going to take my pinky and go down on the 1st string on the 9th fret, keeping the chord shape here, the B chord shape. So now we have 3. We have 1, 2, 3. Now watch this. That is a D6 chord, so we're just barring the first 3 strings on the 7th fret. So we have, and then we're back to the F sharp. Now watch this. That is a B6, and the way that I'm doing that, the shape is a D7th shape. So if you're used to making a D7th in first position, it's that same shape, but you're playing it here so that your ring finger and your middle finger are on the 9th fret, straddling strings 2 and 4, and your pointer finger is on the 8th fret on string 3, and we're going to play strings 4, 3, and 2. So if we back up, we have, sorry, I skipped a chord. We have, and then we're going to conclude on the, that's another way to make the F sharp chord. So really, it's the same thing. So when we learned to make this D shape, if you look at what I'm doing, I'm making that shape here by barring, but I'm barring the first 4 strings on the 6th fret, and then I've got my middle finger down on the 7th fret, 2nd string. I just go ahead and take my ring finger push it down on the 4th string there on the 8th fret. And I play really those 3 strings, so it's 4, 3, and 2. So it's... And there's 2 other chords. We're going to come down and play the B chord down here. This is just using the A shape, so most of you know how to do that by now. Just pointer finger down the 5th string, 2nd fret, and then I use my pinky. Some of you may use your ring finger to bar the first 4 strings on the 4th fret, but you're only going to play strings 5, 4, 3, and 2. So that's a B chord. And then an F sharp chord. It's just an F sharp major bar chord using the E chord shape. Okay, so if we put it all together now, we have... And that sets us up. Now that's easier said than done, because when you hear how he does, if you try and do it up to tempo, it's tough. It took me several tries to figure that out and to be able to do it up to tempo, but it's something like that. So, okay, so there's the intro, and then we go into the verse, and I heard him do some kind of a little bass walk up to get into the chord, and what I'm doing, I'm just playing the open 6th string, or the E string, then the F note on the 6th string, and then we come up to the F sharp, and this is that F sharp major bar chord. It's just a straight major bar chord, and that's all I'm playing. We're going to be bouncing back and forth between the F sharp major bar chord and the B chord using the A shape. And we're going to go back and forth. Here's what I mean by that. That's how you're going to want to think of the verse, at least in the beginning, just the first part of it. Now we're going to switch it up a little, but that's how it starts. So after the intro, now watch what I'm doing here. When I'm playing the B, do you hear the bass notes? Both of them played on the 2nd fret, so that's string 5 and string 6. And all I'm doing is between those, I'm strumming strings 5, 4, 3, and 2 like this. Now that's not exactly what Howard Carroll was doing. He was actually playing a little more than that, but that's kind of my interpretation of it, I guess. So from the F chord, and again, that's the strumming pattern. It's hitting the bass note and then strumming. So there's the F part, then we're going to go just like that. Look at that, that's the open A string to get you back to the F sharp chord. Okay, so that's a lot. Let's go from the beginning. So let me start from the intro. There's that A. Now watch this. This is where it gets tricky. We're getting gospel now. So look at these chords. So we have an F sharp major chord. Then we're going to play the F diminished 7th chord. And the way that I'm making this chord is I've got my middle finger and my pointer finger on the 3rd fret. Middle finger's on the 2nd string, pointer finger's on the 4th string. Then I take my ring finger and pinky. Ring finger goes down the 4th fret, 3rd string. Pinky goes down on the 4th fret, 1st string. And we're going to play strings 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's an F diminished 7th chord. So we have, and then we're going to play an F sharp 6th chord, which is that chord. So this will make sense once we break it down. So just learn the chords first. There's that F diminished 7th chord. Then we're going to take the easy way to do this, I think, is to think of the D7th chord shape, and we're going to play that here. So our ring finger goes down on the 4th fret, 4th string. Our pinky goes down on the 4th fret, 2nd string. And our middle finger goes down on the 3rd fret, 3rd string. And then our pointer finger goes down on the 2nd fret, 1st string. going to play strings 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's the F sharp 6 chord. So we have F sharp major, F diminished 7th. Sorry, I had to think about it. There's the F sharp 6 chord. Now we're back to the F sharp. So we have. So you can see the chords are just kind of noodling around. That's something you hear, like in black gospel, you hear organists do that. And obviously Howard Carroll was trying to mimic that sound. Instead of just playing it straight, he's mixing it up a little with chords. And then watch this. So we have 4 more chords. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this chord is just a C sharp chord. It's the same as the B chord, but we're doing it up here. So I don't have to show you the fretting on that. So this is a C sharp chord with an A chord shape. Then we play a G sharp 7th chord. So it's the same thing as a G sharp major chord, you know, with a major bar chord. Just take your pinky off. It gives you that one note which makes it a 7. It has a little bluesier feel. So there's the C sharp, G sharp 7th chord. Now we come down, we do a C sharp 9 chord. And again, think of that D 7th shape. So we're going to make that same D 7th shape. This time we're going to make it here on the 4th fret. Middle finger and ring finger are on the 5th string and the 3rd string. Our pointer finger goes down on the 3rd fret, 4th string. And then our pinky goes down on the 4th fret, 2nd string. And we play those middle 4 notes. Not that one. Those notes. That's a C sharp 9 chord. And then we're going to make just a C sharp 7th chord. The only difference between the 9 chord and the 7th chord is this note. Instead of playing it here, we're going to play it here. So you can see how it's played down there now. So you're going to have to mix your fingers up a little bit. But that's the C sharp 7th chord. So let me play all those chords together now. So we have, there's the F sharp, there's the F diminished 7th, then we're going to do the F sharp 6, back to the F sharp, C sharp, C sharp, G sharp 7, C sharp 9, C sharp 7. Okay, let's back up. There's a lot of chords there. Let's play it from, we'll skip the intro part, we'll play it from the verse. So we got the F sharp major, there's the B, and you can see what I'm doing is I'm just playing, playing the chord and doing a muted strum. So I'm going. Let me slow it down. Hear it? You can start to feel it. Okay, so then we get back to the F sharp, and then watch this. I just move my pinky from where it is all the way up here to the 5th fret, 2nd string to give it an F sharp 7th. And then we're going to come to the B again. And then watch this. That's a B minor 6. Or I'm sorry, B minor 7th chord. And for that chord, we're just so we go to the B, and then we just keep our bar here on the 2nd fret. And to make that B minor 7 chord, our middle finger goes down on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. And our ring finger goes down on the 4th fret, 4th string. And we're going to play strings 5, 4, 3, and 2. Okay, and then to get out of it, we're just going to play very easy major chords. So that's just the F sharp, B, back to the F sharp, C sharp major, F sharp, B, C, or F sharp, B, F sharp, C sharp. it just kind of repeats. It goes F sharp, B, F sharp, C, F sharp, B, F sharp, C. And that's how you get out of it. So let's play everything up to that point, and that's really the verse and the chorus. So let's start with the intro. We'll play it slowly. Watch the chords. Here's the seventh. Here's where it just repeats. So that last little part again, F sharp, B, F sharp, C sharp, F sharp, B, F sharp, C sharp. And then I go into the solo. And the solo happens, you know, without any backup. It's pretty cool, but since it's all played in context and he keeps it moving, it works. And so so we're playing, this is in the F sharp minor pentatonic scale. So if you think of the minor pentatonic scale, that's our boundaries for pattern 1. That's all he's doing. He's playing right out of pattern 1. That right there is jumping into the major and then sliding into the minor. But so anyway, let me show you the notes real quick. We're going to start on the 4th fret 4th string, and then we're going to bounce back and forth between the 4th fret and the 2nd fret. So we're going to go 4th fret 4th string, 2nd fret 3rd string, 4th fret 3rd string, 2nd fret 2nd string, 4th fret 2nd string. Now watch this. We're going to just slide up 1 to the 5th fret 2nd string, back to the 2nd fret 2nd string, 4th fret 3rd string, and then watch this. There's that little slide in. That's coming from the 1st fret on the 3rd string to the 2nd fret. And then our last note is on the 4th fret 4th string. So if we put it all together, we have. Now he followed that up with a B chord. Just played a B chord a few times. And then he went. Same notes. The only difference is when he started it that time, he went. Played that a few more times. Let me do it slowly. That's the last note of that. So we ended that on that note that time, the 2nd fret 2nd string. And then watch this. Then I played the C sharp 7th chord twice. So there's that C sharp 7th chord, which we've already covered. So here's what it sounds like. Here's what it looks like. Okay. Now watch this. So now we're going to come up, and I'm coming up here to the 7th fret 2nd string. We're starting there, and I use my pinky. You may want to use your ring finger to go to the 9th fret 1st string. Now watch this. Those are your first two notes. There's the 11th fret 1st string, 12th fret 1st string, back to the 11th fret, and then back to the 9th fret 1st string. Those are your first set of notes. Now watch this. So then I come down to the 12th fret 2nd string. Now look at where we're at. We're in pattern 4. So if your pattern 1 was here, pattern 2, pattern 3, pattern 4. So that's where he's at. He's in pattern 4 of the F sharp minor pentatonic scale. So there's that bend on the 2nd string, 12th fret, and then we're coming down to the 10th fret, 2nd string, and then we land there on the 11th fret, 3rd string. So now watch this. And that's just a hammer-on pull-off between the 10th fret and the 12th fret on the 2nd string. And then again landing on the 11th fret, 3rd string. One other thing to point out is I'm doing some alternate picking, or hybrid picking rather, where I'm starting that note, the 2nd string, I do that with a pick, but then when I go, look at what I'm doing. I'm using my middle finger with my right hand. Now that's just me, and I kind of feel weird teaching that that's how you should do that. It probably would be better to do that with a pick, but it just seemed more comfortable for me to grab that with my middle finger. Just wanted to point that out. And then there's a little transition to get you into position. So for that, we're going to slide down to the, what is that, 9th fret, 4th string, 7th fret, 4th string, and then 9th fret, 5th string. And that's part of that pattern 4 of the minor pentatonic scale. So there it is. Now watch this. Now we're going to come all the way back down to pattern 1 and watch. Is that cool? So if you look at what's happening, you're just playing the bottom part of the pattern 1 minor pentatonic scale. So, but he's just going back and forth between notes. So he starts here on the 4th fret, 4th string. We're going to go back and forth between the 4th fret and the 2nd fret on the 4th string. Now watch this. So we're going to go, and then we're going to do 2nd fret, 4th fret, 2nd fret, okay, 2nd fret, 4th string, 4th fret, 5th string. Those are the next two notes. So we have da da da, da da da, and then we have, we're going to go back and forth between the 4th fret and the 2nd fret on the 5th string. So, and then we're going to come down to the 2nd fret, 5th string and stop. So we have, this is for timing. Now watch this. So those notes, that's a 5th fret, 6th string, 2nd fret, 5th string, back to the 5th fret, 6th string. And then your final note is on the 2nd fret, 6th string. So if you put all that together slowly, it sounds like this. And then there's this little transition. It's almost kind of a bluegrass sound. For that, he's just going right into the major pentatonic scale. You can see how it sounds happier. So, from here, we're going to take, I use my pinky for this, starting on the 4th fret, 6th string, sliding up to the 6th fret on the 6th string. And then we got the 4th fret and 6th fret on the 5th string. And then our last note is on the 4th fret, 4th string. So that just makes a little box here between the 4th fret and the 6th fret. So if we back up, and then there's that final turnaround chord, which is the C sharp 7th chord. And then we're right back into, that's the end of the solo. And we're right back into the verse. And the only other thing you'll hear him do is he'll play the intro part when they sing right in the chorus. He'll play the... So you'll hear him kind of resort to that if you listen to it a few times. But, all right, so let me back up. I'll play everything so that you have this final walkthrough, and I'll do it slowly. So we have. Here's the solo. And there you have it. There's the Howard Carroll, If You See My Savior, with the Dixie Hummingbirds. Check out their work. They're an awesome group. If you like Southern gospel, especially black Southern gospel, with just has that extra bit of soul, and you can definitely see how that influenced artists like Little Richard and James Brown. There's a lot of guys that pulled from that Southern gospel thing. And it's just a lot of fun to listen to. And you take a guy like Howard Carroll and you dissect what he's doing, and you think, man, this is like, it's like gold. I love finding little gems like that, because I'm going to take some of these licks, especially little chord breakdowns, and start using that in my own playing. So hopefully you'll do that too. It starts with learning the notes first, and it'll be tough if you're just getting started, but you can do it. So hang in there, get these chords down, and practice it with a metronome, and try and get your timing. So anyway, that's all I have for this one. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll do more of these if you like them.